Hey Ratbags, it's Jade. Welcome to a quick video on how to use cheats on VALHEIM on Xbox. Yes, VALHEIM is now available in game preview or free on Games Pass. The best survival game going in my opinion. Go and check out all my previous guides. I've done a bunch on how to use commands. They're exactly the same commands that you've seen on PC. They'll work exactly the same way on console. But how do you activate them? After my live stream showing it off, you can see it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I've finally worked out how. So simply hold RB, LB, RT, LT, and then go ahead and press the start button, i.e. the button with the 3 dashes. Yeah, I'm old, I still call it the start button. That will bring up the console commands. That gives you a bunch of advice, exactly what they all do. At the moment you can see it's quite bogus. It says R stick and left stick is what you actually show to hide the console. But to get rid of it and go back to your game, it's the same buttons again. LB, RB, RT, LT, hold all 4, then press the start button and you go back. So once it's open, again, you can see plenty of options. Maybe you don't really want to cheat, but you do want to get yourself unstuck. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do rather than full go blasting cheating. If you press left on the D-pad, it will bring up all the commands that you can do that aren't really considered cheating. Some of these mean that you can save the game. Others are just emotes that you can use other than just chatting. And you can reset spawn. To get the cheat commands where you can actually spawn stuff in, give yourself God mode, fly around, you need to enter the following. With this menu up, press the A button, then type in dev commands. All one word. Press the start button and you'll get a warning saying using any dev commands is not recommended and is done at your own risk. So if things go wrong, you spawn something, your game freezes up, it's your problem. Now from here you can start using commands. So if you press the A button again, we can click fly. But do remember some of these commands might not work. And if we come out of that, you can see I'm flying around even though we're on the Xbox. A button will make you rise, and then right stick in will make you fall. So on PC there's one command that you can do that will give you access to pretty much a bunch of cheats, including fly, free build and being able to kill a bunch of enemies around you. But that doesn't seem to be working on Xbox, and that's debug mode. I've tried a bunch of different combinations and buttons. On PC you press the B button and it activates the toggle so you can have unlimited building, craft any of the items without needing resources, etc. You then press K to kill anything around you and then Z to fly. Obviously on console they're not working, but don't worry, there are still ways that you can go ahead and build. Instead, press the A button and type in no cost. And now you can see all the recipes have been unlocked. So if you want to play around with stuff, test things out, get yourself all equipped, you then just simply craft on it. You don't need a crafting bench and you can craft whatever it is you want to add to your inventory. If you want to build, then obviously you still need a hammer. Simply go ahead and equip it, find a spot, press B for the build menu, and you can go ahead and place whatever it is you want to place. Everything will be there. And there you go, you can start placing, testing around, doing whatever it is you want to do in build mode. There are a ton of commands and you can actually take a look at a lot of them. It has an autocomplete, and again it shows and lists all this stuff on the left hand side. If you click the right D-pad, you can see add status, aggravate, ban, and this is how you can ban players from joining your world. If you want to add God mode, type in God, press start, and God mode is true. To deactivate it, it's the same command. Likewise, if you want to go ahead and turn off the fly, then it's the fly command. And there you go. You can see the boar can't kill me because I put on God mode. If we activate it one more time, this time I'll type God and it should turn it off. And it will say God mode false. And you can see now I'm taking damage. You can press up and down to fly through the commands you've already used in that session. So you can go ahead and click or choose the commands you want. It will remember all the commands that you've pretty much used for a good amount. If you type in help, it should show a lot more commands, and these are pretty much all the commands you need. So you can see it will tell you the correct spelling or the command if you typed in a few words or tried a word before. So I only typed in raise, but the correct command was raise skill. So if we do it again, this time add in the correct word, all one word, leave a space, then type in the skill that you want. So we're going to put run, leave a space, and we'll put 50. If we now take a look at our skills, you can see I had 10 skills already, so it's increased it up to 60. So remember, if you press left on the D-pad, it will show some of the basic commands. But if you want to see all the commands, then right on the D-pad, you can cycle through them even easier. You can even get a free fly camera mode, or you can activate these separately if you know the commands, like free fly. So then just press A, it'll bring up the console command box, press start, and that should mean, technically, you're able to zip around. Remember, if you want to get off back to the way things were, you have to usually type in the old command. So type exactly the same command again, free fly, and it will revert back to normal. I couldn't get the UI to toggle on and off, I'll have to research that again, but I'm pretty sure I've shown it in a previous video. But there you go, that should fix it, so you're back behind the player again. Let's get rid of that annoying bore. So I toggled right until I got to kill all, press start button, and there you go, it killed everything around you. As I said, that button was usually associated with debug mode, you just press the K button, but it does work. So yeah, just keep cycle through. There's a whole bunch of these, some of them I don't even know what they do. 2 years later, and I've done about 4 different guides on showing how to use commands. There are quite a lot of emotes mixed in with some of these as well. Events will summon event creatures if you want to test things out. Explore map will explore the whole of the map. So let's try that one. And there you go, the whole map has been revealed. So to recap, when you've opened the dev command up, press right and you can go through a bunch of commands. If they don't show, make sure you do the dev command first. Heal will heal you up. Item set is a good one, as that actually will give you different gear. So if you type in item set, then meadows. Now I actually made some mistakes here. I left a space and I left the word meadow, not meadows. So you have to really be careful with some of these commands, but you can find a bunch of them on the Valheim wiki. If something's not working, just like I'm showing you here, I typed it in wrong. It's not item set, leave a space, meadow, or item set meadow. It's item set, leave a space, meadows. So it'll always show you just underneath the one that you're doing. And there you go. Now I'm just giving myself a whole bunch of gear from the meadows. It also increases your level to what the game kind of recommends that you should be at before you go and explore new biomes. So there we go. Good luck with that. As I said, if anything goes wrong, just close your game and pray it hasn't completely ruined that map. But do remember, your characters are transferable. You can take your character across to another one. So if you really do break something, you can always take that character somewhere else. Don't cry to the devs that you've broken your game or something's freezing up because you spawned in 2,000 wolves or you built a massive castle bigger than an entire continent. The Xbox does have its limits, especially the older ones. If you're using commands, it really is your own problem if something breaks. I might mess around with a lot of the commands that I've never really explored what they fully do and do a fresh revamp video, but the last one I did is pretty good. You'll find a link to it in the comment section down below, and it'll pretty much give you the most important commands that you can use if you want to mess around and do stuff. Obviously, just bear in mind, you've got to go through the same hoops. Type dev commands when you get the console open, and that will open up the cheats. Just like it is for the rest of players that join your world, they shouldn't be able to activate the dev commands in your world. It will only work for you, and these generally don't work on a server that you may have rented out, so don't try using them on that. Certainly there's usually a few more hoops that you have to do if you try and do this on a dedicated server that you've rented. If you are renting that server, make sure you use the links in my comment section and description, because that will give you a 10% off and it helps me out as well. So there we go. I'll see you for, I guess, another more thorough depth guide for this, and of course a lot more legit guides. But that's how you cheat in Valheim on Xbox right now.